The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Namaskar. My name is Rajesh Gawande, the First Secretary at the Embassy of India. Good morning to all participants and welcome to today's webinar, which is focusing on investment opportunities in the Indian state of Maharashtra. General Manager from Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, Mr. Ghorpade, and the CEO of MIDC, Dr. Anbalagan, will be sharing more information on the topic during the presentation today with us. I would especially like to recognize the presence of Consul General of Germany in Mumbai, His Excellency Dr. Jürgen Morhard, who has kindly agreed to share a German perspective on today's topic. We also have a German company, Weiss Automation, which will share their experience of doing business in Maharashtra. The MIIM program is a business facilitation program which is run free of cost by this embassy, with an intent to support German Mittelstand companies who wish to enter the Indian market or expand their presence in India. Details of our initiative will be shared by a knowledge partner, EAC Consulting, towards the end of this program. I request the speakers to kindly adhere to the given time and look forward to listening to them. With this, I would like to invite Mr. Ghorpade, General Manager, MIDC, to give his remarks.
Guten Morgen, meine Freunde. Wie geht es Ihnen? Gut. Ich hoffe, es geht Ihnen sehr gut. Danke. So good morning to all the participants from Germany and a very good afternoon to all the participants from India. It gives me an immense pleasure to be a part of this conference, Make in India Mittelstand conference, to discuss the investment opportunities in the state of Maharashtra. Maharashtra, as you know, is the third largest state in India. It is the most attractive investment destination in the country. The state is known for its progressive society, efficient administration, consistency in policies, robust infrastructure, and skilled manpower. It has the fastest growing financial sector in the country. The state of Maharashtra contributes 15% to India's GDP, 22% to India's exports, and 30% to India's foreign direct investment. All this makes Maharashtra the trade and investment hub of India. Just like the Mittelstand companies are the backbone of the German economy, the micro, small, and medium enterprises are an important pillar of the Indian economy. They have played an important part in the country's trajectory of decentralized and inclusive growth. Maharashtra has the largest number of MSMEs in the entire country, numbering to over 3 million, generating significant amount of employment, investment, and exports. Maharashtra is an engine of the Indian economy, just the same way as Germany is that of the European economy. Germany is our largest trading partner within the European Union. In fact, it is the 8th largest foreign direct investor in India. There are over 1,800 German companies situated in India, and out of 1,800, over 300 companies are situated in Pune alone. Pune, as you know, is one of the most significant industrialized clusters and the sprawling auto hub in the state of Maharashtra. But this clearly demonstrates the trust and the confidence which the German companies have in the state of Maharashtra. We have today with us Dr. Morhard, the German Consul General in India. He's been very cooperative, and in fact, I would call him the friend of MIDC. MIDC actively engages with German companies through strategic roundtables and interactive sessions to clear the roadblock and address their concerns. So dear friends, we are all indeed very happy to invite you to invest in Maharashtra, the land of opportunities. We are there to offer all the support and assistance that you may require. May I now invite Dr. Jürgen Morhard, the Consul General of India of the Federal Republic of Germany, Consul General of the Federal Republic of Germany, to deliver his address, please. Danke schön. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everybody to this today webinar meeting. You see, I'm dressed formally. My home office day every second day. It's a new normality, I think, worldwide. In particular, I'm very happy to send my best greetings to my colleague from the Indian Embassy. Please pass on my best regards to Madam the Ambassador. We have an excellent relationship, and every week I'm also in contact with the embassy on certain aspects. It's a nice partnership, which is not only in the country, but that we are enjoying also partnership with you and the other consulates. Of course, I'm very happy to also see for the introductory remarks by Mr. Ghorpade. And indeed, you know, there's a special relationship between MIDC and I see also Dr. Anbalagan here and this consulate. And I will come back to this later. And of course, I'd like to welcome all the companies present here, in particular the Weiss company, which is well known to me because I was at their opening of the new facilities which were taking place recently. It has been already a lot of said about Maharashtra, but let me start with a little bit more general. You know, the times are difficult. Worldwide, the times are difficult. We're still facing the global COVID crisis and pandemic, so we don't know when it's going to be over. We had not well world economic outlook even before COVID. This negative trend had been in a way reinforced through COVID, and we don't really know also on a company level what might the future bring. But normally there's one certainty, and also economic law, when something goes down, it also has to go up. And I'm very confident, and we see that now in many sectors are picking up, maybe on a lower level, that there might be a huge opportunities after the world gets through this COVID crisis later on. But the fundamentals basically for German companies looking where to go and where to invest haven't changed, right? There is no doubt the power, the demographics of Asia are there. The economic powers of Asia have we seen is also without doubt is nothing which can be challenged by other smaller regions in the world. We have seen new initiatives coming up in FTAs in the region, and of course it has been recognized by not only by Germany but also by others in looking for even stronger partnerships than we had in the past. And Germany was just issuing new Indo-Pacific policy guidelines, which show also that the Indo-Pacific region will get more and more also political attention than much more than even in the past. And I think it's important to understand we talk it Indo-Pacific, because in the past it was only when we were talking about Asia-Pacific. This term in Asia-Pacific basically has been abandoned and replaced by Indo-Pacific, because we all have to acknowledge that the Indian Ocean and India itself is one of the major players in the future of Asia. So I don't want to go into these guidelines, but we have already a very long partnership, which is accumulating every 2 years. We have cabinet meetings and a strategic meeting between the two cabinets. The last time Mrs. Merkel was here, and it's just today the topping of a very long historic partnership. And that is something also that the companies who are looking to India have to understand. It's not that you go on uncharted land, not unadored land. So Germany is known, German companies are known, German culture is known, the German culture, German literature plays a major role here. German ideologists play a major role here. I could also give a talk about the influence of German movies, the movie industries on Bollywood, but that is not the topic today. But somebody wrote a nice book of the age of entanglement, and it's quite amazing to see how much both countries, from science to culture to politics, have been really entangled over the centuries. But what is more important really to know that this historic aspect is important, right? So Germany is not a newcomer. Even when Germany as country did not exist, we had a consulate here in Mumbai in 1856. And 1854 in Kolkata, that was only a union of German northern states at that time, which had opened representative office. And of course, being such a long time here leaves a footprint and a knowledge and a deep relationship with the societies, particularly here in Mumbai, around the consulate of Mumbai at that time. And of course, the companies are no newcomers. Most of the big names, you know, Siemens is here since 1867, Bayer is here since 1856, ThyssenKrupp since 1860s, BASF has been with more or less with these companies here 107 years, Bosch is here in 1951. And most of them, of the German DAX companies are here, and they all are profitable. German companies, as had been mentioned, have 1,800 companies here. That is correct. I'd like to give you one more figure. Those companies indirectly are employing more than 500,000 people, according to our knowledge. But what makes India now so strong here and in Maharashtra? I would say it's first of all, what I'm seeing now, it's coming up. It has been strong here with 40% of the German investment already. But what is very encouraging also for the future is the upcoming infrastructure, right? So particularly when we talk about the ecosystem, Pune, highway construction is wider. No? New highway is coming up. There's a new airport, international airport coming up in Panvel. Now there is a new bridge coming up connecting Navi Mumbai with the main city. There is a coastal road coming up. There are major projects in all the major cities, partly also with the participation of German co-financing and German companies, like in Pune, like in Aurangabad, and more recently now also we are involved in the metro here in Maharashtra, in Mumbai. Right? This is very encouraging that you see that really Maharashtra is preparing itself for the future. I don't want to talk about the bullet train to Ahmedabad, which is also in the blueprint coming up, the industrial corridor along the major cities, hub cities from Aurangabad to Pune in the state, where maybe Dr. Lambangan will talk about this. But this is, I think it's very reassuring, because when you look for companies and asking what you're looking for, it's infrastructure, 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 right? That is the most important issue, what we need to fill. And secondly, that is what I think, you know, is why should they come here and not somewhere else, is this infrastructure. And of course, is you find strong partners. So what do you mean with strong partners? Strong partners, of course, I mean on one side, you have the consulate here. Mumbai, Maharashtra is the seat of the world's largest chamber of commerce, the Indo-German Chamber of Commerce with its members. We have a representative office of the state of Baden-Württemberg, and we have a state partnership between the state, the economic powerhouse in Germany and Maharashtra. And we have Frankfurt-Rhine region has a representative office here. All kind of cultural institutes have institutions here. So, but why do I say this? If you look to help and exchange of expertise, you have partners, official partners from Germany to look into. And secondly, it also means that Germany is well known. It has been mentioned, Germany has its footprint. Number one footprint, of course, is Pune. It's a city we consider as a city with the highest speaking German speaking community, and no problem to find qualified staff who speaks perfect German in the Pune area, but also we here in the consulate in Mumbai, we don't employ anybody who has not German knowledge. Very, very easy to fill. Secondly, of course, what I mean with partners. When you come here and you have already 40% of the German investors here, you have a lot of expertise by German companies being here, like the Weiss company here, like the many others are here, Volkswagen, Skoda, Mercedes, our telecommunications companies, Bosch, everybody you find here. And of course, where do you get the feedback? Where can you get advice on how to do things? It's these strong ecosystems of already existing German companies. Which can back you up, which are meeting together in different forums, and it could help you to guide you some upcoming challenges. But most importantly, the most important partner, of course, is the Maharashtra government. I can only praise, and it has been really, this partnership has been tested during the last 10 months. It's already 10 months, Dr. Anbalagan, when we had a more challenging time. There have been always very, very open doors on the level of in particular of the Ministry of Industries, but also to the lower levels all over the state. Whenever the issue, we come together, we partner, we try to discuss and solve it. It goes down to the collectors and the police commissioners, very, very open. And of course, the very best partner I could ever find is MIDC and Dr. Anbalagan, because he's the one who is charged in developing industries. And that's why I'm here today again. And also Dr. Anbalagan and I myself, we are almost weekly in a contact. We try to understand what are the challenges, what are the needs of the companies, how we can work together. And this is very encouraging, because it doesn't help you if you go somewhere and you only get a promise or a leaflet. No, but you need real persons who are there to help you. And even beyond, of course, the state of Maharashtra, whenever problems arises, there is a kind of a fast track system established for the problems which might arise. Very few only having on a national level, with issues which touching the national level, on the embassy level in Delhi, and with relevant ministries. And also this is moving forward with the support from both central governments. So as to say, I think welcome to Maharashtra, welcome. It's the best place because you find really reliable partners who are going to support it and are open and know what they are talking about. And despite difficult times today, the companies are not here to look for today or tomorrow when they make investments. They have to look for the days after tomorrow. Overseas investments are always difficult, always challenging. I can't talk for you what sector might be appropriate for and when to come, but my overall experience is that all the challenges you might face in India are by far outweighed by the opportunities. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Morhard, for such an interesting special address. Now I would like to onboard Dr. Anbalagan. He is an Indian Administrative Services Officer of 2001 batch. He is currently Chief Executive Officer of MIDC. He has been serving the state for 18 years now and handling major profiles such as Collector and District Magistrate at Ahmednagar, CEO Jilla Parishad at Nandurbar. Also, Joint Chief Executive Officer in Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. Over to you, Dr. Anbalagan. I'll just share the presentation. And
thank you, Rajesh. Good morning to all friends from Germany, and good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dr. Morhard. I think good afternoon. I can see Choudhury Saab, couple of all known faces. Good afternoon. We'll have a best time despite COVID and other thing in our state. I have a presentation, maybe it's 20 minutes is given, but I think I'll try to finish 5 minutes earlier. Maybe we can also interact if anything is there. Next slide, please. Advantage Maharashtra. Most of the points I think Dr. Morhard has covered. It's like Maharashtra, it's like literally means it's a great nation. It's a great country. The state contributes something between like 10 to 15% of everything for the country, be it a population, be it a land mass, be it a GDP, be it an export. It's always over like 10%. We can see like it's the only subnational entity which is like marching towards $1 trillion economy. We are close to almost $500 billion now, and accounting for more than 16% of India's GDP. And the largest FDI share as far as the country is concerned, almost 1/3 of the FDI comes to our state, and leader in manufacturing with 15% of the industrial output of the country is being shared by the state. And other parameters like the highest per capita income, also I would say the best colleges in India, one of the best leading engineering and other technology colleges, almost close to 250 colleges are there. And as far as infrastructure is concerned, the state is connected by 5 international and 13 domestic airports, and of course, strong network of railways and transnational corridors connecting almost all the major cities in the country. And as far as export is concerned, again, we contribute close to almost 1/5 of the whatever money comes from that. And as far as technical workforce, and I would say more into technology-oriented development, the state has the highest number of subscribers, both be it in the telecom sector or be it in internet subscribers. Next slide, please. again, this is going to like change the entire roadmap of the state, where almost more than a 40 billion total investment is being planned and also being in process in transport infrastructure. The major thing is the trans-communication corridor connecting Nagpur and Mumbai, almost close to like 700 kilometers. Then you have a coastal road, you have a Navi Mumbai International Airport, also Mumbai Trans Harbour Link, basically, which is connecting an island city with Navi Mumbai, like in New Bombay. And also metro projects are being taken up in Pune, Mumbai and Nagpur. So we can see more than 30 plus bigger projects are coming up. And maybe the highest number, and also value-wise, and also I would say impact-wise, social impact-wise, it's close to 48 million people are going to be like impacted during like in this particular infrastructure growth. Next slide, please. Here, like you have like multiple agencies. See, when India is like more of like a federal system with lot of like subnational entities, and each accounts for a like European country. Like be it like Maharashtra, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, everywhere you have like I would say like 60 million, 70 million. Here we have a 120 million. You have like multiple agencies, but here it's Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, a single agency for all the investments. Basically, it caters to all, and it also connects with you to all the line departments, all the parallel departments, be it environment, be it like labor, be it I would say Director of Industrial Safety, be it GST. Even with Government of India, we do take like even appointments for the companies, even things which are directly not related to us, but of course overall for that. You can see what exactly the scale in which the state and the organization operates. So we have almost close to 2.5 lakh acres of land. So it's almost I would say it's like almost it caters, I would say, if we take maybe 3-4 states put together, even other states, 3-4 states will not have such a huge chunk of land for industrial development. And again, sector-wise, you say from like wine parks, silver parks, floriculture, which are like predominantly looked at like as a like I would say floriculture and wine parks are more towards agriculture, and you have all the IT parks, electronics zone and everything. As far as infrastructure is concerned, it has a largest network of water supply for an industrial water supply in entire Asia. And MIDC alone operates 5 dams, and even in Mumbai metropolitan region, we supply close to 1500 MLD. Out of that, 45% only goes for industries, and rest is for the domestic. So that way, the scale in which we operate cannot be compared with any IDC or Industrial Development Corporation in the country. And of course, you have a common effluent treatment plants, you have STPs, you have a common hazardous waste transportation, storage and disposal. It's only IDC which operates the disposal facility for the hazardous chemicals, and 2 more facilities are coming up, and major overhauling is being done for the entire like wastewater treatment system. And the state is the I would say the dominant partner for a Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor with 2 cities. One in Aurangabad, a smart city, already is been like commissioned, started functioning, and another is coming up close to Mumbai, 100 kilometers from Mumbai on like Mumbai Panjim Goa highway. It's also being in the process. Maybe in another 6 to 8 months, I think we will start even allotting land from there. And the state also has a separate zone for Japanese companies. Next slide, please. And these are the key industrial clusters, basically like Mumbai metropolitan region, which covers Mumbai, Thane, Raigad, and again we have a Nasik, Ahmednagar, Pune, we'll have a Satara, Pune, then you have a Solapur, Kolhapur belt, you have a Nagpur, Amravati corridor, and also Aurangabad and Jalna, where steel, automobile. And across the sectors, it has a dominance. So I am not quoting other minor clusters like Latur, you have a Nanded, there are like entire state is being, we are having that. These are the very intense clusters where we operate. And you can see in the bottom, we have the planned clusters. I would say there are smart cities coming up, the Talegaon electronics and the engineering city coming up, spreading across 5,000 acres in phase 4. It will be more like an integrated city where you will have 40% of the land is being earmarked for real estate, basically institutes, hospitals, residents, and all other like whatnot. Typically, second industrial city is coming up in Digi Mangaon. Again, it's on Goa Mumbai highway. Then other host of the almost close to 40,000 acres land is being like reserved for industrial development in these zones. Next slide, please. So This, I think you can see where exactly we perform, where exactly the state stands as far as performance in key sectors or across the sectors are concerned. So be it pharma, automobiles, chemicals, oil and gas, renewable energy, leather and exports, electronics, everything is close to 20%, 2022. And IT, ITS, textiles and apparel is close to like 10%. Again, lot of unorganized production, particularly ginning, spinning, and also garmenting happens in textiles. Malegaon alone contributes for more than a lakh people's, like 100,000 people's employment. And also state is emerging as a strong player as far as aerospace and defense sector is concerned. And gems and jewelry is one of the main, traditionally the SEEPs, which is being started, the first special economic zone is being started for gems and jewelry. Next slide, please. Some of the sectors I'll just I'll rush through because these informations are already available. So automobile sector, we can see almost 49% of two-wheelers and three-wheelers we dominate in exports. And again, nothing less than 20% for motor vehicles, car and auto components. And as far as number of factories concerned, almost close to 1,400. And if you compare all the smaller and ancillary, it is almost close to 4,000 manufacturing units. And so dominant share in state's industrial share, almost close to 15%, almost I would say 1/6. 5 major clusters: Mumbai, Pune, Aurangabad, Nasik, and Nagpur. So all the major players of the globe are there. Next slide, please. Electronics, again, I would say share in India's output, we can go in electronic components, it's like 22%. If you go to consumer electronics, again, close to 20%, domestic appliances, 20%. So state plays almost more than close to 20% in country's export. And Talegaon, Cade, Pune, Pimpri-Chinchwad, all these places where like our German companies are dominant, or like they are very major players for electronics. And these are the electronic clusters. You can see across the state, they are spreading out. Next slide, please. IT, ITS is not to discuss much on that. Maybe the countries, one of the largest cluster for IT and ITS, and slowly we are also shifting towards Industry 4.0, robotics, design, and other things. And the major player, and almost 1/5 of the country's export is from our state. And you name a company, it is there. You name a company, it is there. And Pune is a very dominant player, particularly Hinjawadi. You feel like a world-class infrastructure facilities. And of course, Mumbai and Thane, and even places like Kolhapur, Sangli, Sholapur, they're all been now with small and medium enterprises coming up. Nasik is picking up in good way. Nagpur is picking up in good way. TCS is putting up a facility. That way, ITs is also a very dominant sector for our state. Next slide, please. Textiles and apparel. The percentage like contribution, I would say, for as far as export is concerned, again, more than 15%. And because we are the largest producer of the cotton, so I would say backward integration, which was missing for a long time, is also being taken care by a lot of new spinning and ginning units coming up. And you can see the clusters starting from like Kolhapur, Ichalkaranji, and also Baramati and Sholapur to like Mumbai, Bhiwandi, then you go to Nasik, Malegaon, then Amravati. Almost the entire state, you have like ginning, spinning, garmenting, you have an integrated processing units. And apparel is picking up, particularly now the new trend is the basic fabric manufacturer only is tying up with the garment and also with the brand lead brands, and they are also going for the garmenting and also further forward integration. So it's a great contributor for even in country-wise, it's a great contributor for employment. Next slide, please. We all know, I think people from India know, our Honorable Chief Minister has unveiled a host of reforms under Magnetic Maharashtra 2.0. Like it's like more like a version and much, I would say, reloaded with lot of intensity and lot of ease of doing business, where like plug and play infrastructure is being planned, where like you have an anchor unit, all the vendors will be accommodated on a priority land allotment, and also built to suit and also like ready to move in work sets ranging from 500 square meter to 5,000 square meter also will be built for them. It's totally a composite ecosystem will be provided, and accelerated permission. So all the pre-establishment and pre-commissioning approvals will be given within 48 hours. So absolutely in a decentralized way and no human interface, totally set digitally fine. Mahajobs is also another intervention where we have set up a more like a private employment exchange where more than like 300,000 people have already enrolled and almost more than 10,000 jobs are being advertised and close to 40,000 people have applied, where like we are integrating, where basically we are bridging the gap between the skilled workforce and also the company. And the entire process we are running through a professional agency, and whatever cost the MIDC is sparing it. For I would say maybe a blue collar work or a worker, or maybe a white collar worker, technical worker, but each person is being employed by a company. MIDC pays to a professional agency certain amount. So at least this we are going to do it for like at least 3 years, because this will be a great push for the companies to get the talent pool. And of course, the investor first program, the state is setting up maybe the country's first dedicated country pavilion. And we are going to inaugurate, I think Dr. Morhard will be one of our friends there. Maybe I think 1st of Jan we should inaugurate, where all our friends, basically all trust countries will have a place. Transnational trade bodies representative will be there, and the person conversant in like German also will be there to do a dialogue with us. And the very nice office spreading across 5,000 square feet is being constructed, where you will have any investment more than 50 crore of Indian rupees, they will be given a dedicated relationship manager and also an executive. So they will be tracking your approvals also, though Mahaparvana should take care of majority of the work by these guys, but still if there are any troubleshooting, our people will. Next slide, please. So what exactly we are having it in the store, that upcoming certain attractions which we should, and we are also shifting from a very traditional development of industrial estate to composite integrated industrial townships or mega cities or smart cities. One we have already built for Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor in Arik, Aurangabad, spreading across 10,000 acres. The state of that, maybe one of the countries, the best infrastructure is given there. We have a effluent treatment plant, you have an STP, you have a recycled water, you have a fresh water, you have, of course, dedicated like power lines, underground, optic fibers, everything is there, and gas is also being given. So here the total, all these major areas we are going to plan in a more like a composite city where everything will be underground. So more on a plug and play, either you have a like this work shed or you have a plot, and but no need to do anything. Even electricity is going to be taken care of by the MIDC. It's not like that we also will depend on them. We are also planning to generate our own electricity and trying to reduce the cost for at least in these upcoming sectors, particularly Talegaon, this electronic city, and Digi Mangaon, again a high-tech city. And we are also coming up with a major bulk truck park spreading across 5,000 acres, not on like a place called Roha, not on the coast, where like you'll have all the facilities, including a warehousing for the pharma and other chemical companies. Typically, we are also setting up medical and diagnostic equipment parks and food park in Aurangabad, Arik city. So these are the 5 zones where like we are like presently dominating, and almost the entire sector is being taken care of. Next slide, please. So this I think Dr. Morhard has mentioned, but still I would say me and Dr. Morhard almost every week is on like WhatsApp, on maybe regular text messages, calls, both not only with like Consulate General, also with Indo-German Chamber of Commerce, Mumbai office, Pune office, we do in a regular contact. And also we have great Indo-German tool rule thing in 4 cities, and Aurangabad is one of the finest facility which trains particularly total tooling and I would say training solutions, particularly in this sector. And as we said, the largest community who speaks German is in Pune, and you have schools dedicated for that. And Pune, I would say, like it's a little, I would say mini German or maybe a little German. We call Little India, wherever you go, it's like a little German. Next slide, please. So this, I think, you know better. So these are our friends with us. For like, as always say, we have grown together from time immemorial. I think we will also be growing in the near future. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Anbalagan, for giving us an introduction on investment in Maharashtra opportunities and establishing a fact that Maharashtra is certainly a key contributor for all the sectors. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Choudhury and Mr. Nenninger from Weiss Automation. So, Mr. Choudhury is currently CEO of and India Vice President of Asia Pacific of the Indian subsidiary of Weiss GmbH. He started as a director and corporate business development Asia in October 2018 and moved to his current role from April 2019, based in Pune, India. He has overall 12 years of international working experience, during which he held senior management positions in SKF Automotive and industrial business areas in SKF in Europe and China. Mr. Ingo Nenninger, he has overall 16 years of international working experience, and he is a group CFO of Weiss GmbH. He has held senior positions at Albert Berner Deutschland GmbH, the Berner Group, and Ernst & Young. So I'm just shifting the presentation to Weiss.
Time बरोबर होता माझा exceed
Ingo, would you start?
Yeah, thanks very much for the invitation to our company to present us and to take you all of a small journey through the Weiss world. And what we are saying is every motion starts with Weiss, means we will show you some parts and some also products of us which are doing these movements, and and take you, as I said, on a small journey from a single component to a complete system supplier. So as I said, we are happy that Mr. Sanjeebit and I can present you, and can show you on the next slide where our global presence is. We are investing since years in all over the world and to found also different subsidiaries, and especially also in Asian area. So I guess this
the next slide.
Yeah. So I have a small delay, so I can't see it.
Okay. Now up.
Okay, thank you. So as you can see there, our headquarters is in Bochum, Germany, and nowadays we have more than 17 locations over the world, with an also strong footprint in Asia. And as Mr. Morhard said, in spring we had the opening, the inauguration of our new campus at Pune, and and this is what we are going there, and and then please go to the next slide. I can show you some products of the Weiss Group. As I said, our claim is also that every motion starts with Weiss, but we are the experts in doing motions. We are doing this with different product lines and products. But you can see on the, is the slide change? So yeah, okay. With different platforms, indexer tables, ring tables, linear systems, adding this on this topic, handling systems, providing an added value with plates and constructions, so that we come from component, but also, as you can see, under 4 advanced platforms, these are systems, and also all combined, and this is very important, as all you know today, that digitalization and software is in common, speaking, the products are speaking the common language, and the software is already on the same platform for all our products. So next slide, please. So there you can see where we do our business in that different industry segments. We are coming up as the most companies in Southwest Germany from the automotive sector. providing our products, delivering our products to OEMs and to all tier suppliers in that industry, with a footprint also in the body in white business. But we have already started in the medical, in the life science sector, electronics, machines, and other segments, and everywhere motions takes place and are needed. That's our business. So next slide, please. So why India? And you can also go ahead with us with the next slide. We are very optimistic, as Mr. Morhard said. Yes, not easy to make business overseas in general, but we see great opportunities in India, especially also in Maharashtra and Pune. And we believe that India is one part of our footprint in Asia, and also this is also the reason why we founded there our fourth lead factory in Pune. And we are really optimistic in future economic growth rates there, and also with automation and movements, as I showed you, are also there very important to do business, to deliver that growth as the growth plans of India has. And what we want to do there, and Mr. Uwe Weiss, our CEO and owner, he's, I would say, on the stock exchange, I would say he's bullish for India. And yes, and I will thank a lot for presenting these slides and handing over to Mr. Sanjeebit to explain you what currently in details we are doing in Pune.
Thank you, Ingo, and good afternoon and good morning to friends from Germany, and Dr. Anbalagan and Dr. Morhard and the distinguished guests. Next slides, please. I would not cover why Maharashtra, because I think the data which you have spoken over the economic and business region is well known. Me living 38 years of my life in Maharashtra, I have no doubt. I don't need to be sold anything. I'm so convinced. I asked Mr. Uwe Weiss when I met him a couple of years back. I said, one condition, if you believe that your headquarters for Asia and India to be in Pune, then I'm on board. And he agreed for that. The journey started a couple of years back. But also, if you look at it, is the Pune is also largest captive customer base for Weiss. I mean, being an automotive and the general industry, but most importantly, almost 50% plus the machine builders and the line builders are also in and around Pune. So it's a very good the unmatched ecosystem and the value chain for us. Most importantly, our products are mechatronics, and we are the next decade of developments are going to be the Industry 4.0 and the smart solutions, smart factory solutions. And you can't find a better city than Pune and Maharashtra as whole if you look at the ecosystem. And the most important factor, which Dr. Morhard also said, is about we have a very good investment and industry-friendly, responsive, supportive professional government agencies and MIDC. I have fantastic experience for the speed and at which we got our new campus done, and the support we got almost overnight is. And besides that, we have Consulate General and German Chamber and the BDMA. It makes sense for us, Maharashtra. I think we don't need anything else. Next slide, please. So we have a mission for India, which we have discussed with group management, our CEO Honor, and we call it is the first, best, different, and the faster. But the challenge, you said that we have three challenges. We said the respond and the recover and the thrive. But we are managing continuity, but we also learning and more stronger. We have a little bit deferred our investments, so we're relooking at the timing of it, but we are committed to the investment. Next slide, please. So I will try and cover what we are planning. The first thing we have set up is to be close to our customer base. So this year, 2020, has been putting our footprints closer to the industrial clusters where our customers are based. So we set up our offices in Delhi. We set up our office in Ahmedabad, and we set up offices in Chennai because we had only in Pune and Bangalore when we started a couple of years back. That's the first thing we make us connect to the customers. That's the frontline staff we are putting. This year and early next year, we're adding the technology driven and the technical support and application engineering staff in 3 regions. We will be putting in one in Bangalore for South and one Delhi. So that's the first is the customer. Customer is first. Next slide, please. This is, we made our beginning at beginning. We missed Dr. Anbalagan because of the COVID in the last moment, but I met him in his office. Excellent. Thank you for support. And we could see that almost everybody, VDMA, the Chamber of Commerce, the MIRA, and our customers from Ceflor and Rajesh, everybody was there. Thanks for that. And we have put up a nice technology setup for us to start with it, and we will start the next step of investments in the coming year. Next slide, please. This is just a snapshot. We will wait for you to welcome Dr. Anbalagan the next time whenever you are in Pune. We will have you on our campus. Next slide, please. And just a question here. We also have our Asia Pacific headquarters from Pune. So I have a head who is heading the Southeast Asia operation. He'll be located in, he is already located in Bangkok, but we operate from our subsidiary in Singapore, which we manage from Pune. So our corporate, our regional competent staff are located in Pune campus who support the Asia Pacific. And this is where our major investment, which we have put it across, this is we call Weiss Engineering Knowledge Center. I think it was not rocket science for us to convince to Mr. Weiss and the group management, and my friend who gives me money is Ingo Nenninger, is to if you want to have the leverage, the ecosystem of innovation in the automation, which we are in a very early stage in India, especially if I look back my 8 years living in China, I see there is enough amount of opportunities we have. The way I have seen China growing in automation area, I think we can have the similar opportunity in India. This is the first investment, and this is what we are trying to, next step is to make our engineering center a industry 4.0 as a model. So we can demonstrate our people that our products are future ready, and so that they can simulate and see the real life situation in here. This is the first investment we have made it in our campus. Next slide, please. This is our investment plan for Maharashtra. There was no second thought for us. Currently, we have submitted to Ingo and Mr. Weiss and the group management our strategy plan 2025 and investment roadmap. You can see the 5 pillars which we will be investing in the stage wise. We are putting in place. And first is the Global Engineering Center. It's the backwards no science. Many people have, many German companies or even the international companies have their global development center in Pune, so we will also be there. We have already put the engineering knowledge center, that's the investment gone through. We have put the solution factory, but we need to put in the manufacturing footprint here with the service center, which will be planned in somewhere in 2021 and 2022 to ramp up facilities. We also have in a very active stage of developing a global digital hub, because we will be in the industry 4.0 and all artificial intelligence and software development to make our products smart. This is in the pipeline, where already the preliminary feasibility study and the partners collaboration with some startup companies and the ecosystem of the very big companies in India also we are discussing. But we also have already started the global sourcing center from Pune. We already have an international sourcing manager based out of Pune. So this will be a good ecosystem to supplying to our mother plants in Germany as well as to the subsidiaries in worldwide. So rest assured, Dr. Anbalagan, that our center of our India strategy and the Asia Pacific will be one of the Maharashtra. That is for sure, and it will be for sure Pune. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Choudhury and Mr. Ingo, for your presentation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we open our forum for Q&A session. So if you have any questions, please click on raised hand icon and we can take up your questions one by one. In meantime, I have received a question on chat from Mr. and Dr. Andreas Matten from Syntegon Technology. He's a Director of Product Management over there. And he's asking a question. The question is basically addressed to MIDC representatives to check on if are there any pharma clusters planned in the state in future.
So there is a big integrated pharma city coming up, which is close to, I would say, 85 kilometers from New Mumbai, like Navi Mumbai airport, and it's just 15 kilometers from existing Roha cluster. It's a place called Salva, where JSW has already one of the reasonably a big plant, and it's not on the Revdanda jetty. Basically, it's not on the creek, almost running into 7.5 kilometers, 5,000 acres. So the proposal is also being vetted. It's being vetted by the government of India, and hopefully we'll get that approval. So where we'll also pass on more than 1,000 crore to the customer by way of reasonable utility charges. Even MIDC anyhow is going ahead with that. So it will take care of another at least 5 to 7 years of like pharma's requirement. The facility is being planned with facility to treat high COD, like high chemical oxygen or by high TDS stream, which is normally not being handled by the conventional system. Where you'll go into like end-to-end, like end of pipe treatment. I will say it's like more like a zero liquid discharge. It will be up to the like the whatever like I would say the waste coming out of the multiple effective evaporator will also be sent to common hazardous waste transportation, storage and disposal facility. And for other rest of the like low and medium TDS and COD carrying effluents or influent. So there will be a state-of-the-art effluent treatment facility with a marine outfall going into almost 8 kilometers, where you will get close to 200 times the dilution. So the marine ecology is also taken care of. And it will also have an air-conditioned warehousing, non-air-conditioned warehousing, solid waste treatment plant, and of course, trying to have and power at the rate of 5.77 per unit being committed by government of Maharashtra. It's the first place, and we could get the cabinet approval for that. So, and despite being in a A zone, this is being given a D+ category. So you will get 100% of whatever you invest. So like Vidarbha, Marathwada, you get 100%. So the same place which is not close to like maybe 1.5 hour travel from Panvel, like new airport, you get all the benefits of that, because it's a strategically located, because pharma cannot be there in inland area, because still it is going to have effluence. So that way we could convince the government. It's going to be the state of that. Maybe I would say maybe it will compare with any global facility. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anbalagan. That was pretty much elaborated answer. I hope Dr. Matten it answers all your queries. In case if you want to ask any other question, I am just unmuting you, so you can ask the question in case. Okay. I have also another question with me, which is coming from M-Power, the company which is investing in Pune. They are into fuel cells manufacturing, but the question was, what are the incentives for the let's say for fuel cell manufacturers in Pune if they are investing in private land? Is there what are the conditions? So if we are investing in private land, are we still eligible for the incentives? And what would be the volume investment volume criteria?
See, basically, investment incentive, the package scheme of incentives, so which normally flows depending on the matrix. So the state is being categorized into like A, B, C, D, and D+. So the state doesn't differentiate between whether the unit is in MIDC land or outside land. So you have a set of incentives for MSME almost up to 50 crores, it's being treated as MSME. Then they have a large scale units, I would say ultra large. Then you have a mega project. Then you have an ultra mega project. So particularly depending on the investment, so for a large and medium, it goes from somewhere between, like suppose it is in A, somewhere you may not get, but roughly in B and other places you get 30%, it goes up to almost 70%. So for a particularly large scale thing. For a mega project and ultra mega, that is almost same across the state. And you get more in places like Marathwada, which is like, I would say, the central Maharashtra, I would say the gateway to like Western Maharashtra, and also Vidarbha, it's in eastern part of the state. There you will get, even in some state, some district, you will get more than 100%, like 110%, because they are all backward districts. But it flows a matrix, and I think we will be sharing that entire matrix with you. And the government doesn't differentiate between whether it is there in private land or in MIDC.
Thank you very much for that answer. So I don't see any other questions coming in from the audience right now. So I'll move forward with the MIIM introduction. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll just give you a brief introduction on MIIM program and the closing remarks as well. So MIIM is an initiative of Embassy of India, Berlin, driven by Government of India's national program Make in India. Is a business support program designed to facilitate German Mittelstand and family-owned enterprises to make in India for their investments. MIIM is a unique integrated platform for market entry services that combines services rendered by government, not-for-profit or private entities. It's truly one-stop source for companies requiring market entry support services with additional benefits of special workshops, webinars, networking, and information exchanges, etc. It has a built-in network, which you can see on the slide right now. It has, which includes the consulting services, tax and legal services, financing services, project financing, and also we have 9 state agencies which are onboarded with our program, including Maharashtra, which is holding a webinar today. As of today, in last 5 years, MIIM has onboarded around 148 member companies with overall declared investment volume of 1.4 billion euro, out of which 423 million euro has been already implemented, includes 18 manufacturing plants, and some of them already in Maharashtra, including the labor. Senvion was one of the case, and then Weiss as well is a MIIM member company. 4 expansion plans, 5 subsidiary setup included in the investment implemented investments. 483 million euro investment is already in progress, which includes 13 manufacturing plants, 4 expansion, and 1 subsidiary setup. So we also conduct workshops, webinars on monthly basis, which are all free of cost. So to become a member and to receive free of cost support from for your India related queries, you can approach us at miim@indianembassy.de, or even you can follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. You would receive these presentations and recording of the webinar through email. In case of questions, feel free to write us on miim@indianembassy.de or relevant speakers at contact details mentioned in their respective presentation, which will be shared with you. So thank you very much for attending today's webinar, and looking forward to welcome you in future events. I would like to thank you all our respected speakers, including Dr. Rajesh Gawande, Mr. Abhijit Ghorpade, Dr. Jürgen Morhard, Dr. Anbalagan, Mr. Choudhury, Mr. Ingo, Nenninger. Thank you very much for your participation and presentations. Wishing you all a very nice day ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Disconnect this.